music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it so that, surfeiting my appetite, will sicken and so die. Oh, that strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er me like the sweet sound breathing over a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. 'Tis not so sweet as it was before.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The hart.
Oh, so I do, the noblest that I have. When mine eyes did see Olivia, I thought she purged the very air of pestilence. In that instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, e'er since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veiled walk, all this to season a brother's dead love, which she will keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath the heart of that fine frame, to pay a debt of love but to a brother, how will she love when that rich golden shaft hath flocked any emotions that live inside her? Away before me now with sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country friends is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he's in Elysium. Perchance he's not drowned, what think you?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved, that you, and those poor numbers saved with you, hung on our driving boat. I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madame. Well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as a name.
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then?
And so is now, or was so very late, for he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count, who died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love they say she hath abjured the sight and company of men.
Oh, that I serve that lady. It might not be delivered to the world till I had made mine own occasion mellow, what my estate is.
That were hard to come pass, because she will admit no kind of suit. No, not the duke's.
I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else mayhap to time I will commit. Only shape thou silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be, when my tongue blabs and let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure cares an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours. You must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots, too.
That drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night to be her wooer.
Sir Andrew Aguchi.
Aye, he.
Why, he's as tall a man as Zannies in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year and all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal. They that add moreover, he's drunk, nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece, I'll drink to her as long as there's a passage in my throat and a drink in Illyria. He's a scoundrel and a coistrel that will not drink to her till his brains turn of the toe like a parish top. Ah, here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Sir Toby Belch! How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, sir. Accost is to woo her, board her, assail her.
By my troth, I will not take her under this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
Oh, knight, thou lacks a cup of canary.
Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than an ordinary man. But I am a great eater of beef, and I do believe that does more harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, and if she be, it's 4-1 and she'll have none of me. The Count here himself hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count. She'll neither match above her estate in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer, for I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world, and I delight in mass and revels sometimes altogether.
What is thy excellence in Galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
Well, I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of Galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong and it does indifferent in dun-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Let me see thee caper.
If you do continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario? Ho!
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I haven't clasped to you the secret of my book of my soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Stand at thy door, and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. She will attend it better in your youth than in the nuncio of a more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative of woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife. Whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Life was a willow and it bent before thy wind. I have scorned time and time again.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak to you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick, or not at home. What you will to dismiss it? By mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
It's a gentleman.
A gentleman. What gentleman?
It's a gentleman here. Oh, Lego these pickle herrings.
And cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery. I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Aye, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil, I care not. Give me faith, say I, and I will. Oh, it's all one.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes it upon him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, madam? He is fortified against any refusal.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, madam, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner, madam. He'll speak with you, will you or no.
Of what years and personage is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash is when 'tis almost a peas cod, or a codling when before 'tis an apple. It is when it's in standing water with him between boy and man. He is very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. It is almost as though his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
My veil over my face will once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, are you she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if you be the lady of the house. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out on my part. Good gentleman, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain. If you are she, I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
'Tis the more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be mad, begone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
No, good swabber. I am to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady.
Sure you must have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began so rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me hath I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
We will hear this. Divinity. Sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom?
In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text, but we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir. Such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, as God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will write out divers schedules of my beauty, and every particle and utensil shall be labeled to my will as item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. item, one chin, one neck, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you are the devil, you are fair. My master loves you.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him, yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, great estate, of fresh and stainless youth. And yet I cannot love him. He may have taken his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, in your sense, I would find no sense.
Why? Would you?
Well, make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul from within the house, write loyal cantids of contemned love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Howl your name to the reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia. Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I'm a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless perchance you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare thee well. Thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no fee post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, likes recompense. Farewell for cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks that I feel this youth's perfections with a subtle and invisible stealth creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What how, Malvolio?
Gentlewoman at your service.
Go run after that same peevish messenger. He left this ring behind him. Tell him I'll none of it. Do not desire him to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Go thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer, nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My star shines darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps temper yours. Therefore I shall crave of your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you, whither you are bound.
No suit, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But this I will express, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I call Roderigo. My father is that Sebastian of Messalem whom I know you heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heaven had been pleased, we have so ended. But you, sir, alter that. But for some hours before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas the day!
A lady, sir, though she was said much resembled me, and yet many accounted beautiful. She was drowned already, sir, with salt water. Though I was seen to drown, remembrance again, with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me a trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire not. Farewell at once. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court. But come what may, I do adore thee so. The danger should seem sport. And I will go.
Was it not you who were even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir. On a moderate pace I have since arrived, but hither.
She returns this ring to you. You might have saved me my trouble had you taken it yourself. She adds, moreover, that you be never so bold as to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, it was you who peevishly threw it at her, and it is her will that it be returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outsides have not charmed her. For she did make good view of me. Indeed, so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue. For she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me, sure! The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise. I see the word of wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such as we are made of, such we be. Oh, how this fadge. My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love, and as I am woman, now alas the day. What thriftless sigh shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Robert hath a swift hand. He doth gaze upon the field, and he maketh a plan. And he hath a jaunty cap.
Lord Sir Andrew, to not be abed after midnight is to be up betimes. Therefore let us eat and drink. Marian, I say, a stoup of wine. Let us have a song. Good, good. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl? Shall we do that?
Let's do it. I'm a dog at a catch. Let her catch be thou knave.
Good, I faith. Come, begin. She was a city girl, born and raised in Detroit. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
What a caterwauling do we keep here? If my lady had not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
He was a city boy, also born in Detroit. He was a city boy. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
For the love of
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor modesty not to gamble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house with no remorse of voice? Is there no respect for time, manners, nor place in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Sneak up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My mistress made me tell you that, though she harbors you as our kinsman, she is in no way aligned with your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it please you to take leave, she is very well inclined to bid you farewell.
Don't stop believing.
Hold on to that feeling.
Street lights.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone. Art thou any more than a steward? Dost thou think because thou art virtuous there shall be no more cakes and ale? Go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs. Stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor for anything more than contempt, you would not yield to this uncivil rule. By my hand, she shall know of it.
Go shake your ears.
'Twas good as a deed to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him to the field and then leave him and make a fool out of him.
To it, knight, I'll write thee a challenge, or deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count's was today with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I cannot gull him into a nayword and make him a common recreation, do not think that I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, possess us.
Oh, I'd beat him like a dog.
The devil that he is so crammed he thinks with excellencies, that it is on his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him, and on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the colour of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very much like my lady your niece. On a forgotten matter we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that my niece is in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that colour.
And your horse now would make an ass of him.
Ass I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I plant you two will let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe him for the love of mockery. For this night to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle true bred. What o' that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's a bed, knight. Thou needst send for more money.
If I do not recover your niece, I'm a fowl's way out.
Send for more money, knight. If thou not hast her in the end, call me cut.
And if I do not, never trust me. Have it how you will.
Come, I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come, knight.
Good morrow, friends. Now, good morrow. Good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methinks it did relieve my passion much. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste the jester, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, within the sweet pangs of it, remember me, for such as I am, and all true lovers are, unstead and skittish in all motions else, save in the image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
Gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon't, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed in the favor of which it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor,
What kind of woman is't?
of your complexion.
She's not worth thee then? What years, I faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven.
I think it well, my lord.
Let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affections cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so, to die even when nature perfection grow.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
And I think it's kinda funny, I think it's kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. People run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
Here's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then. Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy god protect thee. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business be everywhere and their intent everything. For that's it that always makes a good voyage out of nothing. Farewell.
Once more, Cesario, give to thee yond same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more nobler than the world, prizes not the quantity of dirty lands. The gifts in which fortune hath bestowed upon her, I hold as giddily as fortune itself. But 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir...
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that there is some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she then not be answered?
Make no compare of love a woman can bear me that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. Faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps. Were I a woman, I should your lordship.
What story is this woman?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damaged cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was this not love indeed? We men say more, swear more, but indeed, our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. And yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Tell her, my love gives no place. Bide no delay.
For the signal I shall meet thee after dark, down by the tree where my name and thine are carved.
My wife, Signor Fabian. Wouldst thou not like to see the niggardly rascally sheep-biter come by some shame?
You know Malvolio brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And if we do not, it is the pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get you three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down the walk. He has been yonder in the sun practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery. Close, in the name of jesting.
Lie thou there.
For here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me that Olivia did affect me, and I have heard her come this far herself, that she should fancy it should be one of my complexion. And besides, she uses me with more exalted regard than anyone else that follows her. But what is to be said on't?
He's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace! Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes. Slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue.
Pistol him! Pistol him! Oh, peace! Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me, wearing my branched velvet gown. Having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace! Peace!
and to have the humor of state after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, and to call my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Oh, peace, 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 now!
7 of my people, with an obedient start, go after him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch, or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, and curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand thus, and quench my familiar smile with an austere modem of control.
And does Toby not take a blow of your lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes, which have cast me upon your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab.
Nay, patience, or we break the news of our plot.
And besides, you spend the fortunes of your time with some foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was I, for many do call me a fool.
I say, what employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her C's, her U's, and her T's. And here she writes her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand. To the unknown beloved, my historic wishes, her very phrases, but by your leave, wax soft she uses to impress Lucrece, with which she uses to steal. 'Tis my lady! Whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know, no man must know. What follows? The number is altered, no man must know. If I could make this to thee, Malvolio!
Hang thee, Brock!
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucretian knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A Fuchsian riddle.
Excellent wench, I say.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
What dish of the poison has she dressed him?
I may command where I adore. I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. She is my lady, I serve her, that there is no obstruction in this and the end. What should be meant by this alphabetical position? Pretend, what should it pretend if I could make that resemble something in me? Softly, M-O-A-I.
Oh, hey, make up that. He has now had a cold scent.
Souter will cry upon it for all this, though it be as rank as a fox.
Malvolio! That begins my name!
Didn't I say who would get it? The cur is excellent at faults.
But there is no constancy in the sequel that severs the position. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh.
Then I comes behind?
Aye, and you had an eye behind you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former. And yet to crush this a little, it would do well to serve me, for every one of these letters is in my name. Stops, here comes the prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang with arguments of state, Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy wear yellow stockings? And wish to see thee ever cross guard. I say, remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, a fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champion discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. Yes, and I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will devise the very man. I do not fool myself. Ha ha! Thank my stars, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered. What have we here? A postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, my dear sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
Haha!
I will not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
No other dowry, but such another jest.
Nor I either.
Here comes my noble goal catcher.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, it does work upon him?
Like aqua vitae in a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, follow me. Mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, this being so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy that he is, that we shall make him a common recreation. If you will see this, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
Safety, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy lute?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir, the Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she be married. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery does walk about the earth like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, but the fool should be as oft with your master as my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
I'll normal with thee. There's expenses for thee.
Now Jove and his next commodity of hair send thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee, I am almost sick for one. Though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
My lady is within, sir. I will constitute to them whence you come. Who you are or what you would are out of my element. What you are is wonderful.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool. To do that well craves a kind of wit.
save you, gentlemen?
And you, sir.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter, if your trade beaten.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she's the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
To go, sir. To enter?
I will answer thee with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. This excellent accomplishment. The heavens rain odors on me.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty and most humble service, madam.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. Your servant to Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him? I think not on him. I would his thoughts were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to wet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, pray you. I bade you never speak of him again.
Dear lady.
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send after the last enchantment that you did hear a ring. In chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning to which you knew none of yours? What might you think? Have you not set mine honor the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving, enough is enough. A cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
Well, that's a degree to love.
No, 'tis very oft we pity enemies.
I prithee, tell me what thou think'st of me.
That you do think you are not what you are?
If I think so, then I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were what I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I'm your fool.
Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, truth, honor, everything, I love thee so, that wit nor reason can my passion hide.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. So, adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Can't come again? For thou perhaps mayst move that heart which now abhors to like his love?
Oh, ye bully rocks with your buckskin boots, best ye go, outrun my paw. Oh, ye bully rocks with your buckskin boots, best ye go, faster than mine arrow.
No, faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must yield your reason, Sir Andrew. Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's servingmen than she ever did bestow upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
She did only show favor to this youth in your sight to exasperate you, to waken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have then accosted her, and with some excellent jests, you should have banged the youth into dumbness.
Build thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me to the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it. And assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him. Let there be gall in thy ink. Go about it.
Where shall I find you?
Oh, we'll see thee at the cubicolo. Go.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, lads, some 2,000 strong or so.
We'll receive a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it?
Never trust me then, and by all means stir the youth to an answer. Look where the youngest friend of mine comes.
If you desire to laugh yourself into stitches, yon go Malvolios in yellow stockings.
legs and cross-gartered.
Most villainously, he does obey every point in the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile in his face into more lines than is in the new map of the augmentation of the Indies. Oh, I know my lady will strike him down, and if she do, he'll smile and take it to great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
Not by my will have troubled you, but since you make pleasure of your pain, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth, though not all love to see you, as though might draw one to a longer voyage. But jealousy, what might befall your travels. Being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, might be rough and inhospitable. My willing love, by rather these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can know other answers but thanks and ever thanks. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best go see your lodging.
I'm not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this town.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count, his galleys I did some service, of such note indeed that were I ta'en here it would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, although the quality of the time and quarrel might have well given us a bloody argument. Only myself stood out, and if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk to open.
It does not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse.
Why, your purse?
Happily, I shall light upon some toy you have desire to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle markets, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the elephant.
I do remember.
I've sent for him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What shall I bestow of him? For youth are bought more oft than begged or borrowed. Where's Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He's sure possessed. He does nothing but smile.
Go call him hither, for I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho-ho.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Ooh, sad, lady? I could be sad. This does cause a certain obstruction in the blood, this, cross-gartering. But what of it?
Why, how dost thou, man? What has gotten into thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It is in his hands now, and command shall follow. Methinks we do know this sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
Ooh, to bed, aye, madam, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so, and kiss thy hand so oft?
How now, Malvolio? Why do you appear with such ridiculous boldness in front of my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness. And others have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stocking.
Thy yellow stockings.
And bid that thee approach her, cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered? Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Have some of my people take special care of him, for I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Oh, this concurs directly with the letter she sends Sir Toby, on purpose that I should appear stubborn to him. For she did incite me in the letter, be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants, says she. And as she left just now, she did say, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow. Not Malvolio, but fellow. Ah, yes, this all concurs together. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the total fulfillment of my aims. Well, it is not I, but Jove who is responsible for this, and him I thank.
Which way is he, in the name of sanctity?
Here he is, here he is. How is it with you, sir?
Get off, I discard you. Let me enjoy my private.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Good Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care of him.
Aye, does she so?
Go to. Peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? Defy the devil! Consider, he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Pray God he be not bewitched.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, hold thy peace. Do you not see that you move him? Let me alone with him.
There is no way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough, but will not be roughly used.
How now, my barcock? How dost thou, Chuck?
Sir!
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, miss?
No, I warrant you, he'll not hear of godliness.
Go yourselves, all your idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible? His very genius hath taken the infection of the device.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
We shall make him mad indeed.
Come, we'll have him bound and in the dark. My niece is already in belief that he's mad. We'll carry it out for our pleasure and his penance. But see.
More matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warn you, there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, it is. I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Man, youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceeding good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me.
Good.
Thou killst me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep o' the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend, as thou usest him and thy sworn enemy. Andrew Aguecheek, if this letter will not move him, his legs cannot. I'll give it him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew, scout me for him at the corner of the orchard. So soon as thou seest him, swear horrible, swaggering accent. Gives manhood more approbation than proof would have ever earned him. Away.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he take leave, then presently after him.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, and I beseech you come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I deny?
Nothing but this, your true love from my master.
How will I give him that which I have already given you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
Of what nature the wrong thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, attends thee at the orchard end. Beware in thy preparation, for your assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very clear of any image done to any man.
You'll find otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you bear your life at any price, betake your guard.
Pray, what is he?
A devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3.
I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk?
Sir, no. His indignation derives out of a very competent injury.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of this knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signor Fabian, stay you by this gentleman's side till my return.
I pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have found in any part of Illyria. I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he is a very devil. I have not seen such a fear ago. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives me a stuck-in with such a mortal motion that is inevitable.
Pox on it, I'll not meddle with him.
Well, he will not now be pacified. Signor Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it, let him let the matter slip and I'll give him my horse, Grey Capulet.
I'll make the motion. Stand here. This shall end without the perdition of souls. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I have persuaded him the youth's a devil.
He is as equally conceited of him, and pants and looks pale as if a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight you for oath's sake. Therefore, draw for the supportance of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew. This gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on, to it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword. If this young man have done offense, then I shall take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, sir, what are you?
One, sir, who for his love has yet to do more than you have heard him brag he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold! Here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put your fist down, if you please.
Very will I, sir, and I promise you I'll give you my horse, Grey Capulet.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Duke Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you. You stand amazed, but be of comfort. I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the kindness you have shown me here today, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Hold, here's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with all the kindnesses that I have given you.
I know of none, nor know I you by any voice or feature.
Heavens themselves.
Come, sir, away.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which me thought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away!
But oh, how vile an idol proves this god! Thou hast, Sebastian, done great feature shame.
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly, that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true imagination. Prove true. He named Sebastian. I my brother know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor wed my brother. And still he went in this color, ornament fashion, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind, and salt waves are fresh in love.
A dishonest paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty lies in leaving his friend in necessity and denying him.
A coward, a most devout coward.
Cuff him soundly, but never draw.
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money 'twill be nothing yet.
Robert hath a swift hand. He doth gaze upon the field, and he maketh a plan, and he hath a jaunty cap.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you!
Why? There's for thee! And there! And there! Come on, sir, hold!
I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria!
Are all the people mad? Let go of thy hand! I will be free from thee.
What? Nay, I must have an ounce or two of blood from you then.
Hold, Toby! On my life, I charge thee, hold!
Madam.
Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and barbarous caves where manners never are preached. Go, out of my sight. Be not offended, dear Cesario. Come, prithee, gentle friend. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou mayest smile at this. Do not deny.
Where relishes in this? How runs stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, I prithee, come. Would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be it.
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and this beard, make him believe thou art Sir Topus, the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on, and I will dissemble myself in it, though it seems I am not tall enough to become the function.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby.
To him, Sir Topus.
What ho, I say, peace in this prison.
The knave counterfeits well, a good knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topus the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topus, good Sir Topus, get to my lady.
Hyperbolical fiend, how vexest thou this man? Talkest thou of nothing but
Sir Topus,
ladies?
Sir Topus, you must help me. Good Sir Topus, do not think I am mad. They keep me here in darkness.
Thou dishonest Satan. Sayest thou that house is dark?
I say this house is dark as ignorance, though ignorance is as dark as hell. And I say, never was a man so notoriously abused. I am no more mad than you are.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in
Sir
darkness.
Topus! Sir Topus!
And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
Fool! Fool! Fool, I say!
Mad world.
Fool! As ever thou wilt deserve well from my hand, get me to a candle and pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Monsieur Malvolio?
I, fool!
Alas, sir, how fell you besides your 5 wits?
No, fool, never was a man so wronged. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
As well, then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
I tell me, they have materialed me here, keep me in darkness, send ministers, assess! And do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise what you say. The minister is here.
Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep.
Sir Topus!
Leave thy vain bibble.
Sir Topus!
Maintain no words with him, good fellow.
Who I, sir, not I, sir.
Goodbye, you good Sir Topus.
Marry, amen. I will, sir. I will.
Fool! Fool! Fool, I say!
Alas, sir, be patient. What you say, sir, I am shent for speaking to you.
Fool, get me to some pen and to some paper. I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
I will help you to it, but tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
I do not. Fool, I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you light, and paper, and ink.
Thank you, good fool. I bid thee away.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do see and feel it. And though this wonder that enwraps me thus, yet it's not madness. Where's Antonio then? I cannot find him at the elephant. His counsel now might do me a golden service. For though my spirits disputes well with my sense that there's some error in it, or else the lady's mad. Yet if we're so, she cannot sway her house, command her followers with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I do perceive she does. There is something in it that is deceivable. Here comes the lady.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, come with me, and with this holy man into the chantry by. There before him, and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace.
I follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Life was a willow and it bent before thy will. I have scorned time and time again.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
His face I do remember well, yet the last time I saw it, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war.
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the phoenix and her fraught from Candy, and this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private brabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness has brought thee to thy mercy, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate. That ungrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. For his sake did I expose myself into the dangers of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, yet when apprehended denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When was it he came?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Heaven walks on earth. For thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months now this youth hath tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you have to say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel?
Still so constant, my lord.
You, uncivil lady, whose ingrate and unauspicious altar my soul the faithfulest offerings hath breathed upon ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it pleases my lord that shall become him.
Why shall I not, had I the heart to do so? This your minion, whom I know you love, and whom, by heaven, I swear I hold tender, him I will tear out of thine cruel eye, where he sits crowned in your spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe with mischief. I'd sacrifice a lamb that I do love, to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most willingly, to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love. More than these eyes, more than my life, more by all more than I ever shall love wife.
I me detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgotten thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away.
Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
I husband, can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that hast made thou strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Be that thou know'st thou art, and then thou art as great as thou fearst. O welcome, Holy Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold what thou dost know hath passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremonies of this compact, sealed in my function by my testimony, since toward my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou do when time has sown a grizzle on thy case? Farewell. And take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth shall never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
For the love of God, a surgeon, send one presently to Sir Toby.
What is the matter?
Has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb.
Who has done this?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a fool, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario?
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You put your fist upon me, and I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more.
How now, gentlemen? How is't with you?
That's all one. Has hurt me. That's the end on it.
Oh, he's drunk.
Then he's a rogue in a passing measures bavin. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help an asshead? A coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam, I've hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me.
One face, one voice, one habit, and 2 persons. A natural perspective, that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! How have the hours wrecked and tortured me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
First out that.
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in 2 is not more twin than these 2 creatures.
Most wonderful.
Which is Sebastian?
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. I had a sister whom the blinded waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what king are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So when he suited to his watery tomb.
Were you a woman? As the rest goes even, I should my tear left fall upon your cheeks and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole above his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that rector has lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years old.
If nothing lets to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me until each circumstance of place, time, and fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola. Which, to confirm, I'll bring you to a captain here in this town who hath my maiden's garments. By whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count, and all of my fortune and occurrence have been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady. You have been mistook, but nature in her bias have drew that. You have betrothed both to a maid and man.
If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I am to share in this most happy wrath. Boy, thou hast told me 1,000 times thou never wouldest love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and those overswearings hold in true as heart, as doth that orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore is about Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall release him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And now I do remember me. Poor gentleman, he is much distract.
He has here writ a letter to you.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you, to think me as well a sister as a wife, shall one day crown the alliance on it. Here at my house, so please you, at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done to him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister? You are she?
Is this the madman?
Aye, this is the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Madam, you have. Pray you, take this letter. You can tell me not now, it is your hand. Tell me, in the modest honesty of honor, tell me why you have cast the clear lights of favor upon my hand. Tell me why you have bade me come in cross-gartered and wearing yellow stockings. Tell me why you have asked me to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. Tell me why!
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, although I confess much like the character, but out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she who first told me thou wouldst mad, then camest in smiling, and in such forms which here were presupposed in the letter.
Good madam, hear me speak. Most freely I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Mariah writ the letter at Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
I will be revenged upon the whole pack of you. God.
He has been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.